There is a way to consistently achieve good, functional, and beautiful design every time you are presented with a brief. My name is Odo Peter, and I'll be discussing the design process and how you can use it to achieve consistency in your design solutions.
Let it begin! Let it begin!
So, what's the design process? A design process is a structured or systematic way of solving a problem. Let's hang on to these two words, structured, systematic. This means that you need to follow a series of organized steps, methodologies to arrive at a goal. So what are these basic steps we need to follow to arrive at our desired goal of achieving wonderful, consistent designs? Let's explore the architectural design process in a bit and analyze each of the steps contained within it. Step 1. Design brief. The design brief is the presentation of the design problem. The brief should contain the following: the location of the project, the users, the specific needs of the client, the project goals, and every other little information about all the decision making you need to arrive at the goal. One thing the brief should not be is ambiguous.
Just keep it simple. Keeping it simple, that's what I'm doing.
So you should be able to ask questions immediately you are handed over the design brief. A shabby or incomplete brief will definitely lead to a poor design. Don't just take your brief and go like, this is what they gave us, this is what I'm going to work with.
Don't do that.
If the brief is scanty, if it is poor, if it is not detailed, you are not going to have a wonderful design. Step 2, research phase. This is where you are going to go out and explore information. You are going to research on case studies, you are going to research on your sites, you are going to research on nomenclatures regarding the project and the requirements of each individual project. The amount of time you spend in your research will always reflect itself in your design. But there's something very important I would like to point out.
I'm listening.
Don't waste your time doing endless research. Try as much as you can to streamline information before you delve into your research so that you know your goal from your brief, and then those information that you are seeking for are the information that will allow you to achieve your goal in your brief. When doing case studies, always look for good examples. Don't look for a case studies that you're just going to say, I didn't learn anything from this case studies, everything is wrong in the case studies. No.
That won't help you here.
Look for a case studies that will inspire you in such a way that you are just going to be picking ideas and points that you are going to use in your design. In the research phase, it's always important to also talk about your space calculation or anthropometrics around that given design. So you want to pick out the most important spaces around that design. Look at those spaces, look at the sizes, look at the equipment, make every point you can about these spaces that are going to influence your design. Because during the research phase, you need to convince whoever is listening to you that you already understand what the brief is about, and then you have specific information about the brief that you are going to use in producing a good design.
I'd say that was good advice.
Step 3 is the schematic design phase. It is only after understanding your brief and conducting a good research that you can now go into your schematic phase. In the schematic phase, you iterate with different options about how the design solutions you are proposing might look. Now, the design sketches are normally very rough and they are just in big boxes and there are no details. So you can just look at the site plan and say this big building will be here, this small space will be here, this other big building will be here, or just zone them. So these are your schematic sketches. So you need these schematic sketches in different options for you to iterate which particular one you develop. This is very important because I've seen a lot of students just take their pen and then they move into design development stage of sketching all these tiny spaces in the floor plan. No.
Why would you do that?
When you design from the major spaces, and you go to the secondary spaces, then you go to the tiny bit spaces. The next stage is the design development. I can refer to this as the design concept stage or the design presentation phase, whichever one is okay. So in this stage, you are now developing your sketches into full-blown plans and elevations. During the design development stage, you should also be open to a lot of revisions, iterations, and changing. It can also lead you back to your research phase and then through the schematics and back to the development stage.
But hear me out.
So during this process, it's sort of like a circular process where you keep testing your ideas within yourself, with your own principles, with the goals you have in mind, and with the client's objective. You're able to develop or pick one design concept or a developed design that you're going to use to now present your final work. And then from there, we'll go to the final stage of the design process, which is the development of the design into construction documents or preparing for your final jury. So these 5 steps I've explained: the design brief, the research phase, the schematic design phase, the design presentation phase, and the final design. I hope you can try this out in your next design.
Okay, that's a wrap, people.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Hello, this is me from the future. I'm inviting you to check out these 2 videos I just posted. One is on how to ace your architectural design jury, and this other one is telling you the importance of the design process. Thanks, like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace.